And I thought 5-on-5 we were fine. We didn't give up any goals. There was a few chances, but there was an extra attacker goal where we just got beat up ice, and then the power play goal where we haven't practiced a lot of that, and I think that's an easy fix. We just didn't hand off quick enough. So that part of our game, the defending 5-on-5, I thought offensively we needed to be more competitive to get inside. Some of that is young guys not knowing how hard it is to score in this league, and that's part of the learning curve.
In this game, did anybody stand out that maybe you hadn't seen that much of before?
Well, I thought both goaltenders gave us a good chance. I haven't seen a lot of either guy. After that, I don't want to get into individual play. It's just, it's hard. Some guys were obviously better than others. I thought Brabanek, as the game went on, tried to play with the puck more, attack more. Had some good shifts that way. Jackson Halem was, for his first pro games, trying to use his speed out there. So some guys that I haven't, those guys I haven't seen a ton of, I thought were fine.
Some of the younger guys you watched in person a week ago in the rookie tournament, how much of a big step up do you consider this to that?
Well, now you're with some of those guys that are there, but now you've got a mix of NHLers, right? Even if they're young, like they've played in the league. So that's the next step for them. Listen, the message to them, Darren's, is it's a man's league, is what it is. And you have to play like a man. Now, some of these, I shouldn't call them kids anymore. That's just a term we use, but they're all men in that room. Just some are farther along than others, but that's the challenge for them if they want to play in the league. It's understanding the puck battles. It's the competitive spirit along the walls to fight for loose pucks. And yeah, you have to have talent, shot, foot speed, and IQ, and all those things. Everyone has a mix of those, but it's the competitive edge you need out there to win puck battles, and that's the biggest learning curve I find for all the young guys. And we had a lot of them in the lineup tonight, and I'm sure some of them, when they get in there the next time, will understand that part of it, and it's only going to get harder because the lineups will get stronger. So, but that's what they're up against, and that's fine. I mean, all these guys were the guys on our team that have had success. They were all young once too, and they have to learn that. And that's the quicker they learn it and accept that, I think the easier their path will be to become an NHL player.
And part of that, you look at San Jose, all the veterans did the scoring. Nedeljkovic gets the shutout. Is that what you're talking about, the veterans, in terms of the maybe unbalanced lineups?
Well, we had some veterans too, and that'll be the same on Tuesday. We'll probably, I'm guessing we'll have a few more, because you're at home. So that part of it, it doesn't concern me that much, because honestly, the stronger the lineup they play against, the better it is for them to understand what they're up against, right? So that might not show well for us in the scoreboard if we don't have, some capable veteran as well, and that kind of balances itself out as you go home and road. But at the end of the day, I said, I think it's good. The better competition you play against, it should bring out the better in you, right? That's what you want, and it's not going to happen for every kid, but let's face it, every year there's a guy or two. I went through it. I'll go back to my first year. It was Paul Cotter and Dorofeev. I thought they stood out a little more than the others, and sure enough, they're in the NHL right now. So there's a little bit of that. You're looking for a guy to take a step or two, and I know you asked the question. I'll watch it a little closer, but ask me again at the end of camp, and I'll probably be able to tell you, hey, there was two guys that now are in the back of our minds as guys could be the next call-up. So when I use that term, the next call-up, that's usually, hey, who's ready for this, and who's not going to shy away from it, and who needs more time. And that, like I said, that'll sort itself out.
Leave it on this subject. Two goaltenders that hadn't been in this environment before. How do you think they played?
Well, I thought Lindbaum was very good. Our second period wasn't good enough, and sometimes the momentum, you can't get away from it. You're getting pucks out with the long change and getting people out there, and they kind of had their way with us a little more. I thought at least in the third we made it more competitive, but I thought both of them gave us a chance to win. A good goal. They, as I said, the second goal, they beat us up ice. Lindbaum was screened, and Klingberg's done that to a lot of goalies in the league. He's got that ability to get his shot through. So, as I said, I thought they both looked fine, composed, got out to play the pucks, and so that's definitely a positive. They're both young guys that, and we're going to have young goalies, whoever it is, in Henderson. So, good on them.
Unique stopping by and doing this before you even get to the room. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to help.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
3 days of practice, and then you're right into a hockey game. How'd it feel?
It felt good finally play games, but wasn't what we look for today, and we still have a lot of work in front of us.
How do you evaluate a game like that?
It's good to be back, like season's coming, so you're playing games again, but we know what we have to do better, and that's good for us.
Where do you think you need to just bump it up a little bit?
I would say like compete and get more in net, get more shots, just compete.
How difficult is it when you're playing with people for a couple of days in practice and then it's a different look on the ice for a first game of the season?
Like, it is difficult to get in the first game, and the structure isn't there yet, and you don't really know what to expect, but it's our job, and we have to be best on the ice every time we get there.
Felt like things just got a little out of reach and out of hand in the second period?
Yeah, there was some... we've been a little soft, and get scored twice. It's harder to reach for the game after.
Goaltending was good. A couple of young guys getting their first taste of preseason play.
Yeah, they've both played really good game, and they've been good for us. They still kept the game real close.
How did it feel for the first game?
Felt okay. Obviously, not the cleanest, but felt decent. I think going back to last year's first game, I felt a lot better. So.
Big jump from 3 days of practice, or how do you compare the leap from what you were doing a couple of days ago to now?
Yeah, I mean, you're not hitting your teammates, so I think that's a pretty big jump. And yeah, just the pace, I would say, is a jump up. So yeah, no, it's good to get that first one under your belt.
Second period ended up being the difference in the hockey game. What did you see?
Yeah, power play goal for them, obviously, and then just a breakdown off the rush. Their guys beat our guys up the ice, and ends up in the back of our net. So,
when it's a power play goal and then a goal on a delayed penalty, is it easy to say there wasn't much of a difference between the two hockey clubs?
Yeah, I mean, 5-on-5. Thought we were right there. Didn't really take the puck to the net too much, but had some looks. But to score in this league, you got to get to the net. So,
what would you guys like to improve on tonight, going forward on Tuesday and Thursday, Friday?
Just like I said, just getting greasy, going to the net. Just some ozone play. I felt our D zone was pretty solid for the most part. I think if we can clean up a few things in the ozone, I think we'll be fine.
Asked Matyas about the goaltending. A couple of guys getting their first taste of preseason action. Your assessment of them?
Yeah, they were great. Obviously, Carl was great, and then Vic coming in halfway through. I mean, that's got to be tough. So he did great.